What is up guys, Jonathan here, welcome back to the channel. Today I'm going to be talking about my favorite camera, the A7S II with the 24 to 70 millimeter lens. This is my current vlogging setup. I specifically chose this camera for the low light capabilities, the fast autofocus, and the full frame. So let's check it out. So the first thing I want to talk about is the autofocus of the A7S II. It's not as fast as an A7R II or an A6500 because those cameras came out later and Sony pretty much perfected their autofocus on those cameras. So this camera, before I vlog, I give it a quick second and let it focus on my face or any of the subjects that I'm shooting. And to make sure that I get proper exposure, I look at my hand and I just assume that will be the proper exposure on my face. Now, the only thing that really beats this camera is Canon's flip out screens. They flip out like that so you can see yourself while you're filming. This one, you cannot do that. The screen only pops out to right here, to right there, and it looks just like that. What I like about this screen is though, you can flip it up if you want to get those low shots. So basically you can just go like this, get those low shots. And if you want to get a high shot, you can flip it out like that. Because I'm a pretty short guy and I have to go like this. So that's what you can do with these. And I like that. I don't have any complaints about the screen. It would be nice though to see myself every once in a while to make sure that I have the right exposure and make sure that the autofocus is working. But what is great about the autofocus is that this camera has face detection, and the face detection is pretty accurate. I have had some times where it will go in and out and it won't adjust to my face, but most of the time it's pretty on point. The current lens I use on my Sony is the 24 to 70 millimeter. I went with that lens because, well, it's wide enough to get a nice landscape shot, and it also zooms in enough to punch in on something, especially when you're doing slow motion with this camera. Because when you do slow motion, it's 1080 and it also crops in. So that makes the 70 millimeter equivalent to something much larger. So that helps out with the shots. So with this camera, I use the Rode VideoMic Pro, and that helps out a lot because these cameras have great preamps, which means you can use a Rode VideoMic Pro, which doesn't have any of the settings to change on the actual microphone. See, the Rode VideoMic Pro has settings such as -10 decibels. You can leave it at 0 or make it up to +20 decibels, and that helps you with the audio. When I first bought this camera, it didn't come with the kit lens, which is kind of a bummer because you're paying so much money. They should include a kit lens. So the kit lens that I purchased was a 28 millimeter f2 Sony, and that's the lens I'm using right now on an A6500. And it gives you great shallow depth of field. If you don't know what shallow depth of field is, it's when the background's blurry and I am in complete focus. This is my Joby GorillaPod. This is one of my favorite tools. This isn't the very most expensive Joby GorillaPod, but it gets the job done. I can wrap this on a balcony or put this on top of a rock, a table, and do all sorts of time lapses. It's easy to just perch up and shoot myself from a distance. This thing comes in handy and I highly recommend it. It holds my camera up very well, even though I have this super heavy lens on it. If you guys enjoyed this video, please hit that thumbs up button, leave me a like, and if you love this video, hit that subscribe button. Thanks for watching.